I'm here at the Oahe Dam. On the approach to it, coming up, driving north on 1804 out of Pierre, South Dakota. And beautiful day, and I'm looking forward to seeing the dam. I'm looking at the dam from the south, about 1.5 miles, maybe 2 miles away. And right in there is the welcome center at the beginning of the head wall. And the concrete you see between the green and the blue are the intake towers. As we come across those big tanks, what are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 of them. They're the surge tanks. And if you look at the base of the surge tanks, you can see the output from the 7 turbines. Next to it is the electrical switching station. And now you begin to see the divider in the water. It's made out of gravel with a road on top of it. That divides the spillway from the turbine output. And we just continue down, and it becomes the Missouri River again. Now, needless to say, this dam provides, or can provide, all the electricity requirements for the whole state of South Dakota for the entire year. But it's a federal facility that's built by the Army Corps of Engineers. So the electricity is sold by the federal government. But take a look again, and over here, right in there, I guess, somewhere, you can see the tower for the equipment that goes into the spillway. And the entire length of the earthworks of the dam. The dam is about 250 foot high, and I don't know exactly, but it looks to me to be, well, I don't know, at least of 1/3 of a mile long. I've stopped temporarily on the bridge over the spillway. You can see the earthworks up in here for the dam, and I can't see it on this display very well, but up around in here you can see there's basically an emplacement in the ground with kind of like a crane-like thing. That must be the way that they get the bigger parts in there that they need for repair and rebuilding. And then you can see the concrete sluices that are coming out from the turbine room. You can see 6 of them from here. The scale of this thing is absolutely vast. It's the largest dam that certainly I've ever seen. I'm just going to pan real quick here. But if we walk over here, those are the surge towers. And basically what they do is they store the excess water when they go to do the shutdown, I guess, of the turbines, or the slowdown of the turbines. So the first two turbines of the dam were put in operation in 1962, and the dam was dedicated by President Kennedy. And there's the long view, and you can see in the distance there that structure that's over the spillway. And just looking down the valley where it turns back into the Missouri River. These are the intakes for the 7 turbines. And there's the access road to get repair equipment in. Now the earthworks are about 250 foot high and around 500 feet in length. I'm probably wrong on the length. But if we walk over here, those are the surge towers. And basically what they do is they store the excess water when they go to do the shutdown, I guess, of the turbines, or the slowdown of the turbines. So the first two turbines of the dam were put in operation in 1962, and the dam was dedicated by President Kennedy. And there's the long view, and you can see in the distance there that structure that's over the spillway. To take this trip because I knew I'd learn more about the Plains Indians. It always fascinated me how the Native Americans could live in such a vast land and in harmony with it, and the culture they developed before we even got here. So the book I got was Bury My Heart at Wounded Knee, mostly because it didn't go into tribal histories, but it did a summary of the government's dealing with those tribes. So what does that have to do with the Oahe Dam? Well, in damming up the Missouri, north of Pierre, all the shoreline was going to expand to make Oahe Lake. So whoever owned that shoreline and the land that was going to be flooded, the land had to be purchased from them by eminent domain. Turns out that it belonged to the Cheyenne and the Standing Rock Indian reservations. And if you look at the terrain, you'll see that the only fertile land is around rivers and streams. The Cheyennes lost 5% of their total land mass to eminent domain. Again, looking at the geography, you can see that most of it would be farmland. They're prime farmland. As well, this Standing Rock Reservation lost 2.5% of its land, prime farming land. To me, it's kind of ironic. You know, we got to the appreciation as a people that the Native Americans really got messed over by us. So we taught them that we can be disingenuous, and we changed. And now we taught them about eminent domain.